Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new episode of the Twisted Wheels YouTube channel. In the previous video I promised you to make an episode about the bikepacking setup for my Cannondale TOPSTONE, and here it is. Why bike always get me on my knees? We just came back from a 3-day bikepacking trip along the coast of the UK, south coast, and I still have everything packed in my bags, so I'll be just unpacking it and showing you what I have in each of the bags. But let's start with the setup. I have all Apiduro bags, Expedition, fully waterproof. I also have a no-name top tube bag, which I have modified and made holes to fit exactly the TOPSTONE frame. What else? I have 3 water bottles. You need to carry as much water as possible on bikepacking trips. As you can see, I only managed to fit the very small water bottle in the main place. This is Feedlock, which is very handy and magnetic and fits like that. I had to use a wolf tooth adapter to put this water bottle on the C-tube because the holes are too high, so I had to move it down. And plus I used the standard mounts for the 3rd water bottle. I used fabric mounts if you're interested, and fabric water bottle. So let's start the unpacking. First of all, I have this handy accessories bag on the front of my bike, which you connect to the handlebar bag. It needs to be Apiduro, so be careful, you can't connect it directly to your bike. It's very handy, you can open it while on the ride, so I usually carry all my food here. So I have some gels, I have some bars. I also carry sun cream, mosquito liquid. You don't need it on the ride really, but I just put all my washing up liquid, etc. here. What I also carry here is my tools for the bike. So again, if I stop, I need the tools, I can easily access it. I have 2 tubolither tubes. They're very light and they're very small, so ideal for bikepacking. Not cheap, unfortunately, but what can we do? And that's pretty much it. Obviously, I have eaten most of my food because we are back, but it was full, believe me. Also, a small hint, I connected it over the handlebars here. You can connect it below, but then it will pull the handlebar back down and it can rub your wheel. So, and we don't want it. Now let me remove the handlebar back so I can show you what's inside. Here we go. Let's open it up. So this is the silk liner for my sleeping bag. This is my tent. I'm using Nature High Quick, which is ultralight. The whole tent is just 1 kilogram. This is a solar version of it. I think they only have actually solar. This is C2 Simon ultralight pillow, which I really recommend for any bikepacking trip. It makes your sleep much better. This is my sleeping mat. This is C2 Simon ultralight in large. I like it to be a bit longer. I didn't pack it properly, but to be honest, I think it worked better like that because it fits the length of the tent. And when you pack in the handlebar bag, make sure you put enough stuff into it so it is spread and it doesn't hang on your handlebar and rub your tire. So the more you put, the better shape it takes. That's what I learned after the first day when it was rubbing my tire. All right, next. This is a tiny backpack. It's very handy when you stop at the supermarket and you need to put food somewhere. So I have this for that purposes. And finally, what I have in my handlebar bag is the C2 Simon Ultra Small towel. Everything is ultra light or ultra small because this is bikepacking. You want to go as light as possible, and that's what I have here. Moving on to the frame bag, and because I was filming while cycling, I was carrying my drone. I have a Mavic Air, as you may have seen from my previous videos. This thing is just super compact, really nice. This is the first version of the drone, second one was much larger. And I also have a battery pack here and some cables for charging. And if you ever filmed while on the go, to use Active Track you need to have the remote control with you. So I was thinking how to fix it on my handlebar to carry it with me, and I came up with this idea. This is basically a Garmin sticker on the back of the remote controller, and I use a standard Garmin mount, just reversed it this way. So all you do is just put it like that, open it, and you can carry your phone like that. So it's pretty secure, really like it. Really like how it works. Now the top tube. Initially I was carrying some bars and gels here, but then I realized that actually it's a really good place for my GoPro. And as you can see, I have a mouth mount for the GoPro. I was pretty skeptical about it initially, but then after this ride I really like it, because you take it from here, go like that, and you can film your friends, and then if you need to move it around, you do that. Whereas if it's fixed somewhere on your bike, that's only one position, you can't move it around, it only films backwards or frontwards. It only films front or back, that's it. And it's easily fits like that. You can do it on the go, you don't need to stop to take it out. So on the front, obviously I'm carrying my Garmin. There is a GoPro mount on the front as well, which I never used in this trip. And the final piece of my bikepacking setup is obviously the Saddlebag. And this is a 17 liters Apidura Saddlebag, expedition version as well, waterproof, the biggest possible. You can always roll it to a smaller size if you need to. That was my logic. So, but to be honest, I used it to the maximum, even though we went just for 3 days. I'm carrying my slippers on the top. These are super light. Bought it in Russia for £1 several years ago, still using those. And I'll open it, and what do I have? This is the Gore-Tex Shake Dry running jacket, because it has a hood and I can use it in the evening if it's cold. Then I have a cap, and this is summer, by the way, right now, if you haven't figured out. That's why I wasn't carrying any winter stuff. This is my Citysabint SP2 sleeping bag. As you can see, again, it's very compact, very light. I really like this brand, by the way. They make really great stuff for backpackers, and obviously you can use it for bikepacking as well. Really like it, really warm. I used it on the ride across Britain as well, and it worked great. Never felt cold. This is the remainings of the food, plus my camping mug. This is a titanium, bought on AliExpress for £10. Some coffee, and there was porridge as well, which we finished on the last day. Spock and wet wipes. This is it. It's like Christmas. I'm packing my presents, but I had to pay for those. That's the only downside of this. This is Jetboil Minimo. Really like this stuff. Packs really compact. Has the gas canister inside. You can eat from it directly. Really works really great, even if it's windy. And I have a coffee press there, so it's basically all in one. It's not the smallest one or the lightest one, but it's really functional and I can rely on it. It also brings water to boil in just 2 minutes. Oh, these are Velotoes. These are my overshoes. I really like them. I really like Velatoes because they're super compact. You can take them with you anywhere, and they're 100% waterproof. They're not super breathable, but I mean, this is the last thing you would be worried about when it's raining hard. And they actually saved me on one of our days. On the second day it was raining 5 hours. It kept my feet wet, not wet. Kept my feet dry. Next, chamois cream. Don't forget this thing, guys. It saves your ass, literally. Then I have a toothbrush, toothpaste, and shower gel. Next, a hip lock. Very small lock. Not super secure, obviously, but you can carry it around because it's very light. And I lock my bike overnight, or if we go to the coffee shop, it's very handy. Then I have a bunch of other stuff like spare t-shirt for the evening, shorts. I won't show it to you. I don't think it's particularly interesting for any of you. What is interesting is this light. I'm using pencil. Guys, this is essential. Don't forget it for your bikepacking trip, because I can't personally see in the dark, unless you can. As you know, in all my videos I weigh parts, I weigh bikes, because I like it, because I'm curious. It's interesting to know. So I weighed this bike without water, but with water bottles on it and all the gear, and it's almost 20 kilograms. This is unbelievable. And this bike is 8.2 kilograms without any bags, any equipment on it. But with all the equipment, you add about 11.5 kilograms to the bike weight. So you need to take this into account when you're doing the planning for your route, because we planned it as normal cycling, like we usually do, and 150 kilometers is not a problem for us in a normal day. But when you're carrying all this stuff, it becomes much more difficult. So next time we will definitely make some adjustments to the distance we want to cycle per day, especially if we want to enjoy our ride. By the way, I carried my full-size Sony camera with me, which is probably another kilogram. And this time I carried my A6600. Some people ask me about the strap I was using for my camera. And this is PS Bagworks. I will leave the link to their website below. You're going like that. It's actually very secure. Again, I rode across Britain with this strap. Never failed. Really easy to go on the ride. You can do it with one hand because it's magnetic clip here. So that's my bikepacking setup, but what about you guys? What are you carrying for your bikepacking trips? Any tips? Leave them in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.